Hello, everybody. This is Elaine Jackson from Holistic Project Management Consulting. We are on a different platform. Sorry, the LinkedIn Live gave a little issue, but we are here now and want to make sure you get the full value from the training. Today, we have a very special guest, a good friend of mine, Dr. Christine Sauer. Christine and I met about a year and a half ago related to a project management technology summit. We've remained friends and collaborating, and we decided she has some information that we as project managers really need to hear. We really need to hear and know that uh, the, that there's a better way. Okay, staying up all night, taking energy drinks, just sort of pushing the go button. She tells me that's not the way to do it. There's a better way. So, Dr. Christine is here today to talk to us a little bit about some of the habits that we can use or do to get more productivity out of our brains. And so, Dr. Christine, tell us a little bit about yourself. Thank you so much for being here today.
Thanks, Elaine. It's a pleasure to be with you. And I see the sun is sparkling on your hair and in your face. And one of my programs is Recover Your Sparkle because many people feel stressed, overwhelmed, and then are down in the dumps, but need to be productive and make a living. And it was a pleasure to meet you and collaborate with you. My specialty, I'm a German trained physician and a naturopath. I also am a dermatologist, allergologist, and a family doctor in Germany. And when I immigrated to Canada, I had fell in a deep slump and stopped working for a while because I was myself dark in the dark. I reinvented myself. I recommend that to anybody that is not feeling well. Reinvent yourself again and again and again. Change your habits, change your profession, do something with yourself. So I became a certified brain and mental health coach with Dr. Daniel Amen. Change your brain, change your life. Certified neuro encoding specialist and a Havening practitioner. I also trained, certified the Soulful Nutrition, Health, and Life coaches, and I love every moment of my life.
Awesome, 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 awesome. So I know that you talk about havening and you have also talked about dieting. I think you said you lost over 100 pounds yourself.
150, and I kept it off now
150.
for 19 years, 18 years.
Wow, we can't even keep off 5 pounds when the holidays come. Well, like here we go again. So, talk to us a little bit about brain power. A lot of my clients are project managers. A lot of my clients want to be able to stay up, but they're telling me they need 8 hours of sleep. Is there a way around those 8 hours? Why do we have to have 8 hours, and how do we get it all done?
Elaine, that's a really good question. And it depends on your age and on your constitution. For example, Albert Schweitzer, who we all know as a Nobel laureate, he had a lot of brain power. He was said to only need 4 to 6 hours of sleep a night. So that we all need 8 hours is a myth. Forget about it. It is individually different. There is adults that need 9 hours. There's adults that need 6 hours. If you are fully functional without propping you up with pills or coffee the next day, you had enough sleep. Your body will tell you. I'm a big fan of listening to your body, your intuition, and going from there. If you, without chemical support, feel great in the daytime, have lots of energy, and can focus properly, your brain is good enough, you're sleeping long enough. Now there's a little headband, the muse. You can talk to me about it. I experiment with it. It's a lot of fun to watch your own brain waves. There's a lot of science behind it too. I love science if it's applied correctly. And for children, of course, something else applies. We know that babies sleep like dogs most of the day. And when we get older, we need maybe 10 to 12 hours and then 6 to 9 hours as youth. And then as adults, the average is 7 to 8 hours. When we get older, like my age, I'm a grandma, we need on average 7, some even only 6 hours. That's so there's no one size fit all in life
Oh.
anyway.
Okay. Yeah. 10 to 12 hours. I feel my body will be like, oh, she's dead. Forget it. That's a long time to be asleep.
Well, it's for
That's
kids, right?
yeah, and that's why parents keep going and checking on them and shaking them and checking put the finger under their nose. Are they breathing? Because that's a very long time. So how do we get the most out of our brain? The 8 hours. So you're saying the 8 hours is a myth. Okay. So when my clients tell me I need 8 to 10 hours, I should say like liar, liar, pants on fire.
That's not a good way to do to coach people to say it that way. But you can tell them the truth that it's individually different. And
Right.
if you feel you're fully functional, you don't need it. And for a short period of times, when I was a physician, I worked sometimes for 48 hours with no sleep at all. That is not healthy. We know that your performance suffers from that, and mistakes are made when people are up that long. It's not
Okay.
good.
Okay.
Now, that said,
Yeah.
we know that they have a very good statistics with sharpshooters. Dr. Amen, I teach that my kids, I tell them my kids, my teenagers in my out school program about neuroscience related to behavior. They did a study on sharpshooters. When they had 7 to 8 hours of sleep, they got the target 100% of the time. If they only had 4 hours of sleep, they hit the target 15 to 20% of the time. So, yes, it does make a difference.
Mm. Well, I think that is a good example you use, but also skills is part of that because I had plenty of sleep, and my brother took me a shooting range, and I only hit the target of 100 shots. I only hit it twice.
I've
Yeah,
tried shooting and I got so startled by the loud shot. I
yeah.
totally missed and I never shot again. I
I
said,
dropped
I'm
the
not
gun.
shooting anything. I'm
I
not a shooter.
I got scared and I dropped the gun. They were like, "You're out."
I'm sticking to the water pistol. Sorry, folks.
Water pistol. Oh my God. Okay, yeah, the real gun. Yeah, they're very heavy. So let's talk about brain power. Project managers under a lot of stress. You're saying don't take pills to overcome the stress and to normalize the brain waves. You're saying get sleep. But how do you get sleep when you have you said it yourself. You sometimes had to pull a 2 days straight when you're doing residency as a doctor. You can't tell the head surgeon, I'm sorry, I need my sleep.
That's true. There are situations where we just don't get enough sleep. And yes, when a patient comes in the middle of the night, you have to do surgery. There's no question that you're alert, and the adrenaline will give you the mind power to pull through. You need to recuperate later. Now, as project managers, usually there's no direct emergency. So, paramount is planning ahead. Now, there's a very qualified project managers, I hear, that help people to plan a project like passing an exam. That's a big project that needs to be
That's
properly
true.
planned, right, Elaine?
That is true. That is true. But when you're studying for an exam, and know, even as a doctor, you study, prepare for your board exam. That sometimes you're like, okay, I got to study, and that adrenaline or the willingness to study doesn't kick into like 11 o'clock. Okay, I'm ready to do it now, and so it's like from 11 to 5 in the morning. It doesn't kick in like right after dinner. It doesn't kick in while the family's watching TV and the dog needs walking. It kicks in at an odd time. So what foods can we eat to stimulate our brain? You're talking adrenaline. As soon as you said that, you saw my mind go, yeah, I know the energy pills are bad, and they're saying some people are even dying when they take these energy drinks. What's the balance?
Now, there needs to be a balance. And by the way, I disagree with the notion that it kicks in the middle of the night. You can plan the times of productivity ahead. It is very important when you have a big exam ahead, and I did that when I studied. You plan it for weeks ahead, so you only have to have 1 or 2 or 4 hours, whatever it is, hours a day to study. You go systematically, study what you need to do, add in some physical relaxation, some exercise, some mindfulness, some time in nature, and then, as you said, some healthy foods. Now, we all know what healthy foods are: fruits, vegetables, slow release carbs. We all know that, beans or whatever. Now, not everybody can eat them at all the time. And of course, the when we are stressed, our brain craves sweet and salty foods and maybe a glass of alcohol to relax at night.
Well, I'm not gonna go there with the alcohol, but I certainly this gummy bears, you know, that's I think the gummy bears we chew on it because we're stressed and it's a grinding, even the grinding of one's teeth. My doctor said to me, and I didn't know about the grinding. He says, you have a lot of stress. I'm like, no, I'm managing it really well. He said, yeah, while you're sleeping, you grind down all your teeth in the back, and I'm like, wow, I didn't even realize I was doing that. So
You know,
as
so many of us, Elaine, sorry, there's so many of us don't realize the stress we are really under
yeah.
and how much a load we have. I remember when I was in a mental hospital, depressed with a nervous breakdown,
Mm,
a nurse walked me somewhere and said to me, wow, you really had a lot of stress lately. And I looked at her, no, I don't have any stress. And she just looked at me and said, you're really a good actress. That hit me. And I said, wow, I didn't even know it at the time.
mm. Yeah,
So it's
your jaw
important to
locks
talk
up
to
and you don't
someone.
even realize.
I had bruxism too. I wore down my teeth. I had to have those dental implants for a while. Now I learned to manage my stress, to
Yeah.
regulate my life, adopt the
Okay.
habits, the seven
Okay.
successful habits, Stephen Covey, to actually make things happen in a strategic, planned way. There's a
Okay.
project planner coming in.
So I think that moving forward, my students who are preparing for the PMP, maybe the one thing that I can gift you is an opportunity to either work with Dr. Sauer, Dr. Christine, on some kind of a diet plan or some kind of an intermittent fasting plan, but also maybe drafting a real project plan on how you're going to study. That may be the best thing to do is to say, when are you going to study? What can I do to help you? What can your family do? Can you get commitment from family members? So Dr. Sauer, you have a gift for our audience. I want them to opt in. I will follow up because the LinkedIn live gave a little glitch. I'm going to go back and post this recording there and encourage people to opt in to the LinkedIn Live and let us know that they were there so we can then give them a special gift.
Sure. And I would be happy you just go to that QR code that you can see here or go to https://talk.ac/ask and enter the code 123GO. And when you do that, I'll get notified and I'll send you a special gift, my gratitude journal, a free havening trial session so you can actually calm down and focus better. And of course, I also do supplement plans. I love planning. And the most important plan, we all are architects, you know, that's a planning profession. We plan our life, we build the house of health, and that is a planning thing. If we don't have a blueprint that we follow for our health, well being, and success, we are bound to fail. I sometimes say we slowly walk 7 steps to climb the mountain of life, is one of my favorite videos on my YouTube. And it's true. So many people, instead of climbing the mountain, which you need to know where the mountain is and where you want to go.
Mhm.
So many people just walk around in circles all life and look down, and then they say, "Oh, I got nowhere," when they get older. And that's one of the most common regrets of dying people.
Wow, 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 wow. Well, we're not going to be focused on dying or any regrets. We're going to focus on planning as project managers, planning if it's not for a certification, at least for your next raise, your next bonus, collaborating with senior management, always going after a plan. And maybe 2025 is going to shape up really, really nicely without a lot of this speeding up and slowing down and sleeping in the middle of the day and just total chaos. We want to try to get more of an even keel on our schedules. I also have a special gift to help project managers do planning. It's one of our 32 tips, our 32 slides to help you organize your project. So make sure you opt in to Dr. Christine. Make sure you sign up on the LinkedIn live page, and we will follow up with you. And looking forward very much to hearing from you. And Dr. Christine, any parting words that you have for our audience?
Yeah, absolutely. Elaine, I wanted to let you know that you're one of the most knowledgeable project managers I've ever met. That said,
You.
let's manage a few more together. Let's.
Excellent, excellent. Hey, everybody, you'll be hearing from us again. One of the things I've asked Dr. Christine to do is a special on dieting based on African American cuisine. Fried chicken, potato salad, collard greens. So we're going to talk about healthy
Cayenne
fats,
pepper.
healthy fats, and unhealthy fats. Because there are healthy fats, I found out from her. So we're going to be talking about that really soon. So stay posted. So everybody, thank you for being here. And Dr. Christine, thank you for spending time of your day or part of your day with us today. Thank you. Take it easy.
Bye.
Bye.